Hey, welcome to the Bitcoin Bull. Today we're going to take a very fast look at what Bitcoin is doing because I want to spend the time to talk about some important Bitcoin news because yesterday we did an in-depth analysis video about Bitcoin, what Bitcoin should be doing the next several days, weeks, and months from now because Bitcoin has been on the floor for a long time and people are getting nervous, and I wanted to explain that we shouldn't be going down any farther and why Bitcoin should be going up and skyrocketing. So if you want to check that out, it's yesterday's video. Today I want to go into some important news like China's central bank worried about stablecoins risk to financial systems. China's scared about the potential of cryptocurrencies. And some breaking news: stablecoin firm Circle is a company to go public in 4.5 billion blank check deal. And then we have Bitcoin is a miracle and better than gold, says one of Apple's co-founders. And then we have Capital International purchased $600 million in MicroStrategy stock, which is basically investing into Bitcoin because MicroStrategy invests in Bitcoin. And then we have, is Bitcoin in danger of losing $30,000 at the price range 30,000 with Grayscale's big GBTC unlocking this Grayscale's after when someone invests in Grayscale after 6 months they can sell, and that's coming up very soon. So people are worried that maybe people will start selling their Grayscale stock, will start selling, and that might make Bitcoin drop because Grayscale is related with Bitcoin. They buy Bitcoin, so we'll go into that. And then we have Bitcoin analysis says supply shock underway as Bitcoin withdrawal rate spikes to 1 year high. This is very interesting, very important. So we'll go into that as well. But real quick, just in case someone wants to know about what Bitcoin should be doing, we've been on the floor here between 30,000 and 40,000 range, going up and down, and lately we've been in between like 35,000 and 31,000. And let's take a quick look here, 1 hour chart. Yesterday we said that we were in this channel here. Let's move this over a little bit. We were in this channel here, and at the time of the video Bitcoin was right here, and I was saying that it could remain inside this channel, but it looked like it was about to break and go up, and if it would break through this resistance line here, this blue line, then Bitcoin would be in this area here, and that's what it did. And for today and probably tomorrow too, we'll check that out tomorrow, but looks like Bitcoin might be riding this line here going down, but it could also go up some. We should be anywhere in here today. That's the most likely scenario. It shouldn't go up any higher than this because Bitcoin, it's been struggling, but it could also ride and keep going down, right? Riding this support line here. And if Bitcoin breaks here, we could go back down into this channel and be anywhere inside here. And we'll check out tomorrow, see what should be doing. So let's go ahead and get into the news. That's what I wanted to do today. Talk about news because yesterday we weren't able to. So China's central bank worried about stablecoins risk to financial systems. While Visa and other major private payment networks see the potential of stablecoins, China's central bank believes they pose serious risk to global financial systems. Yeah, China likes to have control. They want to control their citizens and people's money. They even created a stablecoin, their own stablecoin, and they don't want people, especially their citizens, getting out of their currency. And they don't want their citizens. They don't want people buying cryptocurrencies. So the Chinese central bank is quite worried. Yeah, I'm sure, about global financial risk associated with digital currencies, particularly stablecoins, according to a senior official. They say some commercial organizations, so-called stablecoins, especially global stablecoins, may bring a risk and challenges to the international monetary system and payments and settlement system. This is kind of bad news for the market. You know, if a big company like company not big a big a big country like China talking bad about cryptocurrencies, about stablecoins. That's not good. But I see it as good news because if if China's worried about crypto, about seeing that the potential that cryptocurrencies has that might when they overtake their currency, that's good news. That's a good sign. That's good. That's a very good sign for cryptocurrencies. That you know if cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, stablecoins, if they didn't have very much potential to keep on going up, then China wouldn't be worried, right? So I see this as good news. And then we also have some breaking news here. Stablecoin firm Circle to go public and 4.5 billion blank check deal. Backed by American investment bank Goldman Sachs, Circle is a major stablecoin partner of payments giant Visa. So their Circle is basically they're creating a stablecoin like U.S. dollar Tether or other stablecoins also. And so this is good news for the whole crypto market because you know another stablecoin like USDT Tether. So that's also very good news. And then we have Bitcoin is a miracle and better than gold, says Apple co-founder Wozniak. I think is how you pronounce it. He said Bitcoin is the only digital gold years ago, but he claims that he still hasn't invested. He hasn't invested in the Bitcoin yet. I don't know why he's talking about Bitcoin. He hasn't invested in it yet, but maybe he has already invested, and he's saying this because he wants Bitcoin to go up. And if he hasn't invested yet, I'm pretty sure he will because he seems to be he seems to like Bitcoin a lot. He says that he reiterated his positive stance on Bitcoin despite not being a Bitcoin investor himself. He says that it's the only digital gold. It's a miracle of technology. Okay, I'm sure he could talk about technology because he's an Apple. He's the co-founder of Apple. And gold is limited and you have to look for it. You have to find it, you have to mine it. Bitcoin is the most amazing mathematical miracle. I do not invest in Bitcoin, but I believe it's here to stay. Yeah, you're buying in, buddy. I know you are. And I'm sure he has a lot of money, so that's good. And then we have Capital International purchased $600 million in MicroStrategy stock. MicroStrategy invests in Bitcoin, so they're basically they probably can't invest directly in the Bitcoin. There's a lot of big companies and like banks that can't invest in the Bitcoin because Bitcoin isn't regulated yet. So when they want to invest in Bitcoin, instead of purchasing Bitcoin, what they do is they buy stock like MicroStrategy, which is a company that invests in Bitcoin. So they're basically the 600 million invested into MicroStrategy stock. They're basically buying Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy's stock price rose by more than 1.5% to reach 628,000 at the time of publication, making Capital International shares worth roughly 600 million. So that's good. They've bought into MicroStrategy to Bitcoin, and they're going to be investing even more. Yeah, I think they've already invested. I think 400. Yeah, no, they also MicroStrategy is also they want to invest even more. They want to buy even more Bitcoin. They want to raise up to 400 million and then get up to 500 million. Yeah, MicroStrategy keeps investing in the Bitcoin, and this big company, Capital International, they're doing as well. And this reassures me because Bitcoin has been on the floor for a long time now, and a lot of people are saying that that Bitcoin might even drop even more, all the way down to 20,000, which I don't think. And so I'm saying recently that Bitcoin should keep going up and getting back into here, and in several weeks from now, break this resistance and start working its way up. And then and then when I see news like this, that reassures me, because if this company, this big company, Capital International, if they just invested 600 million in MicroStrategy stock, which is Bitcoin, then I'm sure they know what they're doing. I'm sure they have a big team of advisors, and if they just bought this much amount of Bitcoin, then I'm sure it's to make a profit. They're buying in here because they know that Bitcoin is going to go up. So they wouldn't invest this much in the Bitcoin in MicroStrategy if they didn't think it would go up. So that's reassuring, and that's another sign that Bitcoin should be continuing going up. And we have also, is Bitcoin in danger of losing 30,000 with Grayscale's big GBTC unlocking in 2 weeks? Yeah, so in 2 weeks from now, let's see, Bitcoin price remains under pressure in the 30,000, 40,000 range, which I just mentioned. It's been in this range for a while now. Traders brace for the 16,000 Bitcoin worth of GBTC shares unlocking in July. So yeah, in a couple weeks from now, the people that have invested into Grayscale, which is kind of like MicroStrategy, which we just talked about. Grayscale also invests into Bitcoin. So when you buy Grayscale, you're buying Bitcoin. And in a couple weeks from now, people that have invested into Grayscale six months ago, they can now sell their stock if they want to. So some people are saying that might make the price of Bitcoin drop, but I don't think so, because as you can see here on this chart, let's make this a little bigger. This is the price of Bitcoin right here. This is the ending of 2020 when Bitcoin was skyrocketing, and now this year when Bitcoin dropped, and now we've been in here on the floor, which in my opinion is the floor. And this is the Grayscale stock, which has been going down, and now it's slowly starting to recover and making its way up. So 6 months ago, we have June. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So people bought in here 6 months ago, and so why would they, if they bought in here or up here also, why would they sell when the stock price is all the way down here? They would lose money. So some people are saying that they're going to sell because they might be scared that Bitcoin might drop even more and the stock might drop even more. But they're smart. They would wait because they would lose money. So I don't see why they would be selling. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I wanted to mention this. And also, this is very important, Bitcoin analysis says supply shock underway as Bitcoin withdrawal rates spikes to 1-year high. We talked about this the other day. The supply shock is being unnoticed, similar to the fourth quarter of last year, before the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed. And we have some charts down here. Well, as Bitcoin continues trading sideways inside 30,000, 40,000 range, which we just mentioned, new data is emerging about the potential for a bullish breakout. Yeah, I think the same thing. So is Bitcoin slightly readying for a breakout like in the fourth quarter of 2020? That's what I think. That's what I'm waiting for. It could happen anytime now. Bitcoin needs to break some more resistance lines and get people more positive about Bitcoin, and that's all it needs. So this is the ratio here. The Bitcoin's availability on exchanges is declining with respect to the supply, leading to a supply shock. Here, let's blow this up. So this is the Bitcoin price here, end of last year, the big drop, and where we are now. And this is the amount of Bitcoin in exchanges. So here, a lot of Bitcoin was in exchanges here, and everyone started selling. and now we're on the floor here, and there's less and less people are taking more and more Bitcoin out of the exchange. There's another chart down here. This is the new users. So when people have their Bitcoin in the exchange, it's because they want to have their Bitcoin available to sell. When people take their Bitcoin out of the exchange and put their Bitcoin on a hard drive, on a cold wallet, then that means that they're not interested in selling. They want to have it safe on their hard drive at their home in their safety deposit box, and they're not interested in selling. So right now, it's all-time high of the amount of Bitcoin, amount of people that have their Bitcoin out of the exchange. So that's a sign that people don't want to sell. They're holding. So that's another reason why I think that Bitcoin shouldn't be dropping anymore, because if people don't have their Bitcoin in the exchange to sell, then the price shouldn't drop anymore. Bitcoin shouldn't drop anymore. And then we also have this graph here, this chart here, which is interesting. This is the amount of new users buying into Bitcoin. So here you can see Bitcoin price has dropped, but there's the amount of new people coming into Bitcoin is rising a lot. In the past couple weeks, a lot of new people getting into Bitcoin. So that's another good sign. Get another example of the non-chain data showing the divergence to the price action. Bitcoin is currently stuck at 34,000, but Bitcoin withdrawal transactions hit 1 year high. Here we also have some other charts here. So this is a very good sign. This is a sign that Bitcoin should not drop anymore, which is what I think, and what we saw before also, that Bitcoin anytime now should start to skyrocket. So that's the most important news I've seen here the last couple of days that I wanted to share. So that's why I think that Bitcoin should not drop any lower than what it is. I mean, it could drop a little bit lower down to here, but Bitcoin is this is the floor. This is clearly the floor, like we mentioned yesterday. Bitcoin hit here, it hit here, it hit here, here, and now every time it drops higher than the previous drop. So it hit here, here, here. It's on the floor, but it's slowly getting off the floor. And so there's more chances of Bitcoin going up than down. And at any moment now, once we start breaking these resistance lines, once we get past here, which will happen in a couple weeks from now, a few weeks from now, I give it all the way to the end of the month, then Bitcoin should start taking off. That's the plan. So hope you liked this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, if you can give me a like, I would really appreciate that. That would help grow the channel. And subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the Bitcoin analysis and news, important news. And thanks for watching. See you tomorrow on the next video.